Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Taurus for July 2023. Welcome to the table, Taurus. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'll be doing a 10-card spread, 5 cards along the top, 5 cards along the bottom row. I'll be talking about those cards as they come out, and then I'll be overlaying those cards with a second deck and talking about those cards as well. So these cards have been very well shuffled, but I'm just doing it so that you can see that it's done, and it also freshens up the energy of the cards. Okay, let's begin your reading. Ooh, the sun, the star, wonderful. 5 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Swords in the upright position, and the King of Swords in the upright position. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Wands in the upright position, Prince of Swords in the upright position, 4 of Cups in the reverse position, and the World at the end. Wonderful. Okay, I'll show you the cards. It's on the bottom. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands, so lovely energy there. I'll just straighten up these cards. I think we're fine, but I'll just straighten them up a little bit so that at least it looks bit decent on camera. All right. Now, the Queen of Wands. This is somebody, I'll just start with her because she's wanted to present herself. So, Queen of Wands, and the cards are gender neutral, by the way. So, you know, he, she, they, them. Just take that all with a grain of salt. It's the energy coming off the cards. So, this is somebody standing in their power, square on, looking you straight in the face. They're total full of self-confidence, and they know that they can bring their passion, their energy, and their enthusiasm out into the world. They're happy to take on anything at what comes before them. They're not frightened of anything. There's no fear here. They're not holding back. They're quite passionate, quite fiery, quite enthusiastic, and very confident and self-assured. We're starting the reading with the star. So that's a beautiful energy. This is healing as well. So if you've needed some healing, this is giving you assurance that it's coming towards you. This is under the cosmos, so under the beautiful night sky here, balancing and also finding that wonderful, when you've got that balance and that health and that well-being, then your body starts to glow and you're able to, your light starts to shine out into the world. And then that again is this lovely confidence that comes out, and that radiance sparkles to everybody. So that's really wonderful. So it does look like you've got some radiance and some energy, so vitality. You may have needed a little bit of healing somewhere along the line, but it's there for you, and it may be ongoing. We've got the 5 of Cups in the reverse position, so I'll show you in the upright position. It does look like maybe you've had a time of grief or sadness or sorrow, but it looks like you're leaving that behind. It looks like it's been quite overwhelming at some points, but I do think that you're able to look beyond that now, and perhaps you may not always be able to walk past this, but I do think you'll be able to walk past it soon. I think you're leaving that behind. Got the 2 of Wands. So hoping for some expansion. Now this is standing and waiting. You've taken a big step forward already, but it's in the reverse position, so I'll hold it upright so you can see it in the reverse. When it's in the reverse aspect, I'm feeling that you would like to venture forward, you would like to put more energy into something you've already started, but you feel a little bit tangled somehow. There's some sort of a little bit of an entanglement, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'll leave it in that position. That's all I can say about it at the moment. We've got the 10 of Swords, so a painful experience. Also leaving that behind, so that's wonderful. As you can see, you're finished with that now. You don't need to think about that anymore. But it's hard to let go sometimes. It comes back to you, particularly if it's been very painful, and it feels like it's absolutely just annihilated you. And that can be when you're totally overcome and you're just worn out, you can't go any further. So here's the end. So, that is a wonderful feeling that when that's coming to the end. And here is the King of Swords. You know the truth. You found out the truth about something. And you're not going to tolerate it anymore. You've just, you're taking your power back. You're speaking your mind. Be careful how you do that, though, Taurus. Don't speak your mind too ruthlessly. But you have decided you're going to speak your mind. You're going to say your piece. You're not going to hold back, and you are just going to, well, actually, in this case, I feel like you're going to be a little bit brutal. You're just going to cut out anybody in your life or any circumstances that just don't suit you anymore. You've had enough. You've just had enough. I just feel that you are taking your power and you are just saying enough already. I'm not taking it anymore. So I'm not sure what that relates to, but this is very powerful card. Very, very powerful. We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I'll hold it in the upright position so you can see what it's all about. I'll turn it over so you can get a better look at how I'm going to read it. Now, the Two of Pentacles, that little bit of juggling, and again, I feel like entanglement. Again, there's this, it feels like entanglement in cloth. So, cloth is used to clothe you, to protect you, to show who you are. So maybe they're multi-layered and multi-meanings because we dress differently for different occasions. So perhaps you haven't found that identity in yourself that applies for all occasions. We do tend to slightly change our mannerisms if we're dressed at home in our track pants and our sloppy t-shirt, and then we go out and we've got our better clothes on. We do present slightly differently, and this Queen of Wands is presenting herself at her very best. So maybe you don't feel quite able to present yourself at your very best, and that's why you're not able to go forward, because these are both twos, and for both of these cards I'm getting the sense that there's this two sides of you. The one side that can't be bothered and that is a little bit lethargic and that can't put in the effort, and then there's the other side that when you do put in the effort, then you glow and then you shine. So that's what I can see about these two cards. So if you want something and that you're hoping to achieve something, you do need to put in the effort, and it's very hard to maintain that effort at all times, because when you get tired or a little bit low, then you very easily revert to this lethargic energy, and that's not necessarily the best energy to portray yourself in. Here we've got the Four of Wands. This is more of a stability card. So when you've got the Four of Wands, you are showing yourself at your best, putting your best foot forward. This is going for a celebration, enjoying yourself. It can be a wedding, it can be an important event. So this is putting your best foot forward, showing yourself off in your best capacity at a special event. So that's very, very good. And there's that confidence that builds you confidence for everything you do once you put your best foot forward as well. All things become possible. Prince of Swords. So here we go. As you can see, quite a fast and erratic card. Coming in with the truth again. Be careful with your language, that you're not too sharp or too cutting, because we've got this King of Swords, all powerful. Because people will run from you. They will be fearful if you come charging in with bold statements, and you may hurt people as well. So this is that charging energy. Pardon me while I take a drink. This is making a flurry, a big statement for a particular effect. So making a big statement for a particular effect. Be careful that you don't hurt anybody. Make that statement. If you do need to make a statement, can you see the butterflies? I think the butterflies are there on there. So the butterflies there are transformative. So make sure that any statements you make, any declarations you make, any speeches that you make, particularly at an important event, that you're not just doing it to be dramatic. Make sure that it is transformative to people. So this is what I'm getting here. I'm feeling very much that you may be the best man at a wedding, or it's a wedding speech. Be careful that you don't upset the apple cart. When you're at an important event, the speech is not necessarily about you, it's about the gathering and whatever you're celebrating. So be careful of your words. That's what I'm getting here. Got the Four of Cups, so it's in the reverse aspect. So here we go. And this could be feeling very much that it's never about me. It's never about me. It's always about someone else. That's what I'm getting here, this despondency and despair and this dejection. It's a sort of sense of when will it be my turn? Why is this never about me? That's what I'm getting here, Taurus. It's very strange. Again, I feel that somehow this is connected to this card. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe somebody's getting married and you wish it was your turn. Here we've got the World, so completion of a cycle. This is a victory. So actually, once you have completed a cycle, it's saying the reason the wreath is here is because you've given it everything you've got. There isn't anything more to get from this experience. So whatever you're finishing up with something is definitely coming to an end. Now you've got a 10 here as well, so you're finishing up with something. There's optimism here, so you're quite optimistic that the next cycle will be better. I'm feeling that this last cycle has been more heavy for you and more earthy, and perhaps you need to step into a lighter cycle. It somehow feels as though you've had quite a heavy cycle. Something that has made you feel heavy on the earth. I can't really explain it any other way. You know, there's this heavy energy here on this king as well. So maybe it sort of feels like walking through mud, or actually even heavier than that, walking through mud with reeds growing in it, sort of that really almost impossible to walk through because you've got the reeds and the roots of the reeds and the tangle around your feet. And that's actually, this is what I'm talking about here. This is this tangle around your feet somehow that sort of makes you feel like you can't make the kind of progress you need. I feel like you want to get into this space, more space, but you've been very much down in this very earthy energy. So that's all I can say. We'll move forward. I've got 2 decks of cards here to choose from. Which one am I going to use? Actually, I think I will use this one. I had intended to use the Dancing in the Dark, but I will use this one. I think this one's probably more suited to your reading. Okay, these cards have also been very well shuffled, so you can have confidence that I've done that, and I'm just shuffling so you can see that it's done. But I have spent time shuffling before I started the reading. Okay, let's start this reading. So, ooh, the Devil, there you go. Yes, something's been definitely holding you back. 6 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Okay, you've got the Knight of Swords here and here. This is before you've spoken your mind. Temperance, King of Swords, you've had that before as well, so rather interesting. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, let's have a look what's on the bottom of the deck. See what surprise is lying there for us. What have we got? Ace of Swords. Ooh. Sharpness, clarity. All right. I'll leave the Ace of Swords for a moment. It's speaking to me, but I'm not quite sure what it's trying to say just yet. So the Devil. So again, whether you have put yourself in a position of reduced power. You've given away your power somehow. This is what I'm feeling with this card. It's and giving away your power. If you indulge in, I'll use the word laziness, a lazy attitude, for example, laziness, or drinking too much, or eating too much, or not exercising enough, or taking drugs, and things that are suppressing your energy, things that actually put you into a kind of a stupor, you've given away your power. And this can actually be anything. This can be a workaholic, somebody who is not, somebody who may be gambling or drinking, or somebody who is, well, anything where you're overcommitted. But I'm feeling a heaviness again. I'm very much drawn to this big block here. So something that has kept you from being vital. That's what I'll use. You've had no vitality. You haven't had the energy, but that could be because of your behavior. That could be as simple as I say, overeating, spending too much lying around, perhaps, snacking too much, maybe smoking a bit of dope. I don't know, those kind of things that suppress your power, because I'm getting suppression. So that is not good. So you've got the star here, which is telling me to, pick up your game, find some healing, focus a little bit more on yourself, shine the light on yourself so that you can actually be the best person that you can be. That's what this card is asking, is for you to be the best person that you can be. Six of Swords. Again, in this darkness, normally the Six of Swords would be talking about moving on to better times, but I'm feeling this darkness is rather overwhelming you. You are trying to get out into the light. You're trying to move on from this, and it could be a period of grief that's just, when grief hits you, it's very hard to get motivated. You tend to eat the wrong food because you sometimes lose your appetite. You just want to sleep forever because you just can't face the world. So maybe you've had that period of grief, and it's very difficult sometimes to get out of that. And this feels like, on top of this Five of Cups, the energy is just so heavy. Somehow, little by little, you have to drag yourself forward into the light. If you can manage to do that, even just the tiniest little step every day, decide you're going to go for a walk, even if you walk around your house or around your building. Tomorrow, walk around the block. And for the next week, walk around the block. And then maybe in 2 weeks' time, you can walk around 2 blocks. Or walk around your whole garden, and maybe even walk to a nearby little store. It's making those little steps. It's such a struggle when you've got this weight on top of you. And like I said, you've got this tangle around your feet. It's really, really difficult to go forward. But you do need to make the effort to go forward. Otherwise, you can never be this star. You can never be this Queen of Wands, And in this case, it's rather interesting because if I put the Devil and the Queen of Wands together, you can see there's a black element there. You've got the black cat. This is this black core that sits right deep down inside you. And that can be depression. It can be grief. It can be emotions you haven't dealt with in the past, and perhaps you need to get out. And maybe you need to find someone who can help your body align itself a bit better. Maybe things are not quite right inside you, and you need to find ways of extending yourself to the points of the star. You see, it's breaking out, extending yourself to the edges of the star somehow. This is quite a strange reading. I'm sorry. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Again, this is this energy. Who's looking at you? Who's paying attention? Are you waiting for an opportunity that maybe will bring you some money? Maybe trying to focus on something, a hobby perhaps, that hasn't brought forth any... it looks like you've started a project somehow and you've got tangled up in it. This is what I'm feeling here, that the project has just become another burden. And, if the project is like that and it's just not going anywhere, maybe it's time to give it up and start something new, because... you know, projects do that. You start with enthusiasm, you start creating, and even if what you produce is sometimes looks great, you just can't see where it's going, you know, and this may be that you can't see where your project is going. So, you know, maybe it's not going to bring you any returns, or you feel that it's great, but you don't know how to market it, or you don't know how to get anyone to take notice of it. So that's that feeling there. The Knight of Swords in reverse. This is holding back from speaking what you need to say. There's a pent-up energy here in this Knight. As you can see, he's quite black. He's holding back all the things he wants to say. He's too scared that if he says it, it's going to explode out of his mouth. But there's hurt here. Eventually, you do need to speak, and that's where this card came in before, as I was talking about a wedding speech. Holding yourself back because you're frightened of the explosion that your words might have, the explosive effect they might have. So holding back. Temperance here talks about the need for healing. Again, it's in the reverse position. So again, there's this heavy weight. There's something really heavy going on inside you, Taurus, and I don't know what that is. Only you will know what that is. It could be a relationship breakdown. It could be the loss of people around you that you've cared for deeply, and you've just lost your... it feels like whatever's happened to you, you've lost your footing almost. You've lost your foundation, but it's overwhelmed you. Whatever it is, it's overwhelmed you. You need to find the peace. You need to find that energy and that passion and enthusiasm. I'll hold that back up so you can see it. You need to find that lighter side of you, something that is joyous, something that is creative, and something that it can express itself more freely, because I don't think you're able to express yourself somehow. Now, the Ace of Swords. As you can see, there's a little bit of a sort of a blue flame of, you know, this is high energy light. You know, when a fire goes from sort of yellow to red to white hot to sort of blue hot, and this is this blue hot energy, this pure light. Speaking, it's under the moon and under the cosmos. So this is pure thoughts, pure words. Be careful that your words are pure, because your thoughts and your words have a vibration and a resonance around you. So also you may need to do some positive affirmations around yourself. I am good, I am wonderful, I am lovely, I am lovable. And give yourself all of those words, because they help to raise your vibration, because if you're deep down in the dark, it's very hard to climb out. King of Swords here, you've got the King of Swords at the end, and you're taking that power here right at the beginning of the reading and under the Devil. Okay, you're not even holding the sword anymore. They're not even your words, they're not even your thoughts anymore. It's almost like your thoughts have just lost control, or you've lost control of your thoughts. It feels like you've lost control of your mind. And it's good that you eventually grab hold of this King of Swords here, that you take command and you grab that sword, and that's under healing. So that's possibly what brings that about, because you do need to have command of your words. But you know, you don't use your words to hurt other people. It serves no purpose. You say what you need to say, but try not to focus on destroying the other person. Okay, if you've got, you know, and I was talking about this card here, sort of having an unexpressed pain, unexpressed rage, unexpressed hurt. They're things that you need to say, but it needs to come out, and maybe it needs to come out in like needle-like pieces. I'm just saying, in little pieces. Even though this sword is big and it's sharp, maybe you need to let out a pinprick, and a pinprick, rather than this explosive rage, because the explosive rage, you'll then give yourself a shock as well, and you may end up hurting yourself, which is the danger that happens if you are explosive, is that then you feel the pain of those words and those thoughts yourself, which is not really very good. Okay, 8 of Pentacles on top of the 4 of Wands. So the 8 of Pentacles is working on something, putting hard effort into something that you want to create and that you enjoy doing that will bring you great benefit. Now, this is a beaver brook or a beaver lodge, and beavers work very, very hard. They're just constantly pulling logs into the right place to make their dam just the way they want to. So for your own stability, put that hard work into, if nothing else, put the hard work into building a secure and lovely home environment. Okay, put your love and your energy into building a home that you're proud of, that you keep clean, and that you are comfortable in, and that you feel strong in, because it's very important that you feel strong. Otherwise you become housebound, you become crippled by your own environment. If you are slovenly or lazy, then that becomes a mire that you can't climb out of. So keeping your home clean, putting your energy into your home, that's a good thing too, and that gives you something to focus on, and then you can build on that, you can grow from there. Eight of Swords, again, this is a little bit of this mind, feeling trapped inside your mind. Again, we've got this dark image, so black thoughts, don't have any black thoughts, okay? The cosmos is out there, the star is out there, you can be a wonderful, glowing person, but the dark thoughts will hold you back, okay? Somehow, like I said, take those little steps, take a walk around the outside of your house, not the inside, the outside of the house. Express yourself in little words. Give yourself some positive affirmations. Look at the things you've achieved today. I have had my shower today. Wonderful. Congratulations. I got dressed today. Wonderful. Congratulations. I had a proper breakfast today. Thank you. Wonderful. Congratulations. I cleaned up my dishes after my breakfast. Wonderful. Congratulations. That's 4 positive things. So, break it down into little pinpoints, little tiny steps, little baby steps, and you will be surprised at how many things you've actually achieved. Okay, Knight of Wands. Okay, here we go. Again, another heavy card. But the Knight of Wands is flaming with passion. This is in the reverse position. So maybe not being able to find this passion. So, he's having a fire. I suggest you go somewhere where you can feel this fire of the earth. Now that is spending some time in the sunshine, sitting by a little campfire, perhaps going out into the woods and building a little campfire, having a barbecue. Something like that is inspiring. It's a little bit tribal feeling. It sort of has that little bit of, cooking something over a barbecue. And if you're a vegetarian, you can still cook over a barbecue. It just has that little bit of primitive energy to it that actually is very grounding, and it releases some of this heaviness, because there's a lot of heaviness on these cards. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles, so waiting for an opportunity, but an opportunity will come in, but you also have to be able to be in a position to grab this opportunity. So if this pentacle hasn't proved its worth and it doesn't leave you satisfied, your venture here in the past hasn't left you satisfied, when this pentacle comes in, and it's a little bit slow coming in because you're waiting to pass through this last little phase of the cycle, leave that darkness, leave that heaviness behind, grab a new opportunity with both hands. Again, this is a very circular energy. This can be money coming in. You feel like money's maybe not coming towards you. And the only thing I can suggest is you focus on your home. This cycle may be where you feel like you've had no opportunities or not sufficient money coming in towards you. It's coming to an end. It's definitely coming to an end. Focus on your home. Keep that clean. Keep that beautiful. Look after yourself. Put your energy and put your resources into yourself. Make yourself the best person that you can be. Aim to make yourself a star. Now, that doesn't mean like a movie star or a rock star. It just means glowing and clean. Cut your fingernails, cut your toenails, have your hair trimmed, give yourself a nice shower, go to the spa if necessary, go to the ocean and take a swim. All of those things that help to clean your energy. I feel like your energy needs to be cleaned off. It feels like something inside your body is kind of choking you. Like I said, there's this energy of being entangled somehow. So Taurus, this is a very heavy reading. I doubt that many of you are still with me. But it's interesting. I do think you need to focus on a beautiful home, keep that home clean, put some effort into. If things have fallen by the wayside inside that home, then, start with, say, 1 task today, 2 tasks tomorrow, and they don't have to be big ones. You start with a simple one like wiping down the bench, and then you might decide to wipe down your bathroom bench, clean the toilet, wipe down the bench tomorrow. Okay, so some little jobs for you if you've been suffering grief and loneliness and despair and feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Work, if you can't work on yourself first, start with your environment and just do a little bit at a time, and you will be able to build on that. That will give you confidence and more confidence and more confidence, so that when you slip through the end of this cycle, at least you are optimistic, because you need optimism to face the future. And we've got optimism in both colours here. You've got orange is an optimistic colour, so you can see here that there's some optimism here at the end. I've got 3 cards with that optimism in it. So, and also we've got the fire here. So finding some renewed optimism. Do whatever you can, whatever you think of. My suggestions are only something that I've thought of. Use your own mind, your own ideas to get some new optimism into your life and put a new perspective on things. Be gentle with your words. Thank you so much, Taurus, for watching. I do hope this has helped.